Now guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back for this Tottenham Hotspur career mode and the start of season number 3. And after winning the Premier League and the Europa League last season, it is now time to build a squad that hopefully can compete in the Champions League. There's going to be a lot of work to get done this season as well in terms of building the squad, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty disappointed with the budget. 117 million. I was expecting more money than this, considering what had happened. I really was. Like, we are spending a lot of money, and we did make some big transfers, but I'm pretty sure we left like 60 million in the budget and then carried over to this season only 117 million. With us heading into a new season as well, we now don't have Hugo Lloris. He's left the club. We let him go on a freebie at the end of his season and probably the end of his career. It'll be interesting to see if he goes anywhere. But him and Perisic both left on free. So heavily reliant on our number one this season, Lafon. I'm going to give him number one instantly. He thoroughly deserves it. He was fantastic last season. It does leave us with no strong backup goalkeeper. It'll be Whiteman as Austin is leaving the club to go to West Brom. Now, there's some changes I want to do to the squad. Obviously, there's some players I want out, some players I want in. Instantly, we're going to put Lamperty up on the transfer list. Personally, I think he was a good transfer, but the fact that I couldn't retrain him to play right mid has meant that he hasn't got the game time that was needed, and I think at 23, let's just get him out of the club. Tricky situation with Spence, because I kind of want to keep him around. Technically, I should probably do the same with him, but he's still got good game time last season. I'm also going to start moving some other of the fringe young players in the squad out of the club, unless I think they're going to have massive improvement on loan. We're going to try and trim the fat here in the team, because we do have quite a big squad coming into the Premiership season, and we plan on making it bigger with some big name signings. One of those names that has constantly been mentioned in the comments section recently is Jude Bellingham. Got off to a cracking start in the World Cup. You guys really want to see me sign him. 87 rating and still at Borussia Dortmund, so not that unrealistic of a transfer signing. Would take the entire budget. I thought I was going to have more budget when I sat down to record this, I'm not going to lie, but Jude Bellingham would take the entirety of my budget. The other youngster that was suggested a lot was Musiala, and he also would take up the entirety of my budget. So I am a little bit worried and a little bit struggling on what to do here with the transfers. I think we only need one or two big name players to come into the club. We're going to rock and roll with Harry Kane and Son again this season up top. And those two having such a great partnership, as long as they don't go down too quickly in rating, should be absolutely fine this season. So when I look at the squad, there's not that much that I think we can do. Maybe a centre-back or maybe a left mid. I wouldn't mind another CDM because we are a little bit weaker there now with just Skip, Højbjerg and Basuma. But Illich has come back from loan and he's now 83 rated. So he's not a bad rotation player. Now, an interesting player that we could actually bring back who is a freebie at the minute is Dele Alli. He's got no club. Obviously, such a history with Tottenham Hotspur. I just bring him back because it's a free transfer. It would work well for us. It covers a couple of positions. We don't have to pay a penny. This might actually be the window as well where we look at cheaper options and younger players that might come through. Mudryk would be one of those. At 78 rated, I do believe he will grow a lot. I've seen he grows in other people's career modes. He wouldn't cost that much. He wouldn't be dirt cheap, but he wouldn't cost that much. But of course, we've still got transfers and players leaving the club. So we'll see what happens with them. I've listed quite a lot of the squad. There's a lot of players now that I want to see be moved on, and we'll bring in some fresh meat that can hopefully contribute to the way we're playing, the style of football we're playing, and the formation we're playing. Before we advance past the first day, if you are new around here, smash the subscribe button, as well as going on to hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Two options that were recommended in Timo Werner and Amine Guri. Don't know if I'm saying that right. He's been approached by Chelsea, which is worryingly 52 million. That should actually improve them. Now, we've got a transfer offer from Real Madrid for Sessegnon. Now, Sessegnon is someone I wasn't particularly keen on selling, but he didn't improve at all last season. But it does feel like maybe he's hit his ceiling. The kind of club that we are now potentially need a better left-sided player than Ryan Sessegnon. But I am still a big fan of him. So I am going to negotiate this with Real Madrid, but I'm hoping that they will pay big, or I don't really want to let him go. To be honest with you, I'd like 40 million. I think 40 million for Ryan Sessegnon at 82 would be okay, but Ancelotti doesn't like it. Too big of a gap. We'll keep hold of him happily. Transfer offer now from Barcelona for Tanganga. Of course, we're going to have to negotiate this one again. A few of you actually felt like it would make sense to let him go and bring in a world-class centre-back like Bastoni, Tomori, Araujo, those kind of players. So I'm up to this. I'm open to it. It's a Champions League building season. Let's negotiate. Barcelona come in for your players. You've always got to be open to sitting at the table. I'm not going to be open unless they give me like 45 million. Tanganga has been hit and miss from me. but he did have some big moments last season. 36 is definitely not going to work for me, Xavi. Maybe 42 could be something I could get on board with if they were willing to pay it. 42 million for Tanganga to Barcelona. It'll be sad to see him go. It's hard not to negotiate with Barcelona. There were a lot of calls in the comments to bring in a world-class centre-back and move Tanganga out. Either way, we got an A for that. They believe that we negotiated a great deal for him. I don't think he would have gone up too much this season. I'm not sure dynamic potential works in this save. They did fix it. This save was before they fixed it, and I'm pretty sure in all the saves that you had before it got fixed, it's not fixed. We're going to waste no time here. We're going instantly in for a centre-back, of course, to replace Tanganga. Now, I think Simakan might actually play the right centre-back. I've not fully decided yet. In my mind, it would have been between Bastoni and Araujo. I don't think we could steal Tomori from Real Madrid. We're not quite there yet. The problem is with Araujo, he would have been the perfect fit right-footed centre-back. He's only just joined RB Leipzig, so that kind of rules that one out. Bastoni has been asked for a lot. My problem is he's a left-sided centre-back. That doesn't sit perfectly with me. He could play Simakan and Gahey as the right-sided, or Gahey rotate between the two, and Bastoni become the starting left-sided centre-back. He's someone who has been requested from the start of the series. Why not? We're finally going to go in for him. 121 million. There is no chance I pay that. Definitely going to channel my inner Harry Redknapp for the negotiations with this one. I just can't see how I ever pay that amount of money. To be honest with you, I'd happily just give them 80 million and run away. Right, instantly under 100 million. What about 90? 90 million for Bastoni? He's still young. My mind seems like a good deal. There's a bit of tension here, and I'd like that to be... Okay, cool. We'll get the paperwork set up. 90 million for Bastoni. I feel wildly happy about this deal. This is someone I wanted at the start of the save, but it's someone that got recommended on so many occasions. It might actually finally be a deal we can do. He doesn't even want to be paid that much money. Or potentially the best signing of the series so far, in my opinion. This lad is world class, and he's going to come straight into the starting 11. Give me an A. Give me an A, baby. It's A's all over the shop at the minute. I'm instantly going into team management here, and I'm putting him in the team. So Bastoni will be the left-sided. Simakan's actually right-footed, so Simakan can be the right-sided centre-back. I don't feel like there's much better rotation than Mark Gahey, who can happily play across the ball. Good with his right and his left foot. So he's two-footed. He can play either side very comfortably. Here's another really good deal, in my opinion. We've signed João Pedro. He can play left, mid, and striker. He was wanted by Valencia, so I felt like I needed to get the deal done as quickly as possible. We're probably going to try and loan him out. Under 20 million, one for the future. Just did not want to lose out and then have to pay a fortune for him later down the line. Finally starting to get some transfer offers in for the players that we listed. This deal for Lamptey just doesn't really make sense. I want just straight money. That's what I'm going to negotiate for. Like 20 million. This centre-back doesn't look bad, by the way, but we just don't need a centre-back right now. We're really stacked in that position. Like 26.3 million would be a really good deal for Lamptey. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. 26 million. Hopefully they can get that deal done. Now, one thing I didn't realize at the start of this season is ridiculous. I didn't even look at the fixtures. We got Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, and Manchester City. Manchester City is in the Community Shield. Liverpool is in the Super Cup because they won the Champions League. And 2 days after that, we start a Premier League season against Manchester United and Manchester City. It's absolutely horrendous, lads. We don't stand a chance at the start of this season. But it does mean an opportunity for 2 bits of silverware in this episode. So Tariq Lamptey will be leaving the club. He's going to get a C. I'll take that. We got 26 million for him. I think it's a decent price. It was a bit of a failed transfer from our point of view. If we'd have carried on playing that formation, that probably would have worked out a little bit more different. But we could do with that money now in strengthening positions that we need. We have a transfer offer coming in now for Sessegnon, this time from Liverpool. Don't particularly want to sell him to one of our rivals, though. We've actually got a transfer offer here for Illich, and the swap deal is Anthony Martial. There is no way that I like this deal with Martial. Although he's 82 rated, I just do not like this deal, and I think this could be a big year for Ivan Illich. I don't know why, but I just didn't really expect this one to come in. But 112 million for Harry Kane. We could get a lot more than that for 31-year-old Harry Kane, and it just wouldn't feel right if we were to let him leave. He's going to be the club captain this season. Community Shield coming up then against Manchester City. This is going to be the starting 11. It's at Wembley again. I don't really care about the Community Shield, but I do want to use our strongest starting 11 and see how we get on against Manchester City. They seem to have rotated a little bit for this one. Let's just see if we can have a good performance. But regardless, let's see if we can have a good performance. And of course, it's the debut of Bastoni in English football. Bit of a different looking back line as well for this one, which will be strange. Relied on Son so much last year. Erling Haaland caused me so many problems last year here as well. And we might have just broken away a little bit here. Harry Kane, you're going to find that pass. This is dangerous now. Phil Foden with a shot. Well saved, Lafont. As the number 1 this year, he was unbelievable last season. Hopefully he can continue it again this season. Short corner, as per usual. Most of the big sides go short. I'm not too impressed with the Man City side that's been put out, but I am also worried because it's Manchester City and Erling Haaland always bags goals against me. To Basuma. Basuma, across then to Son. See what he can do this season. I've gone with Destiny to start this one instead of Sessegnon, and he nearly makes it 1-0. More of that from him. We're going to have the corner now from Son. Let's see if he can repeat just a little bit of what he did last season. That is one of the craziest seasons I've ever had in FIFA. See if he can just get close. That was great from Bastoni, and Basuma just couldn't find the pass. Again, I want 2 CDMs this year when possible for that double pivot because it works so well. But what a tackle there from Bastoni. Welcome to English football. What a tackle on Erling Haaland. Well, we've just got so many bodies over. Kulusevski. Trying to get that back across to Harry Kane. He bags headers for fun. That was actually a great pass. Kulusevski finds Maddison. Son then back out to Destiny. Just couldn't find the room. Destiny will win that back. Time for Heung-min Son now. Son can run. I can't wait. The pass to Harry Kane. He can. Harry Kane actually gets the shot off. I can't believe that. I thought Diaz had that easily. Foden now coming forward. That's the first time Romero's made a mistake, and it's easy for Herrera. Romero, what are you doing? Ain't too easy. Just pull players out of position. And against Phil Foden, you can't have Simakan and Romero and then leave Bastoni just in the centre all by himself. It'll be tighter than that if we're going to beat sides like Manchester City this season. Destiny now. Waited, and that might just be perfect to Son. Son actually gets the touch, and the rubber to green, and what a save from Edison. But we were right back in it there. Son feels already like he's going to be big for me this season. I was tempted to move him down to Cam as he starts to get a bit older. I don't think there's any need. Højbjerg did brilliantly there. Finds Maddison. Finds Harry Kane. He's just so difficult to deal with because of how strong he is. Kulusevski. Pull that one back across. I wanted Harry Kane coming into the centre, but nothing really working my way going forward at the minute. But half-time, Manchester City with the lead. I feel like we've dominated possession, but we haven't really had anything in terms of good shots on goal. Really going to need something special if we're going to win this match. That's why I need Son and Harry Kane playing well. But I'm also super tempted just to bring them off because I genuinely do not care about this competition or this trophy. Kulusevski didn't really have the runners, did he? He might have Harry Kane now. Harry Kane can knock that one onto Son. Didn't work out, but we'll get it out to Destiny with a bloody good shot, and Edison saves it. Felt like the moment that we would find the back of the net was not to be. Bastoni on his debut. Get that down to Romero. Kind of make up for his mistake if he scores that, but couldn't do anything with it. Son gets it out to Destiny. He's going to have runners, and Harry Kane is one of them. But it's just not good enough. Edison always is going to hold that. And at this stage, I'm thinking about substitutions. And forward. Need bodies back, but that was easy for Simakan in the end. And Erling Haaland, recklessly in our box, is going to take out Simakan. We're going to see a red card. We better see a card. Yeah, it's just a yellow. Luckily, Simakan got up and wasn't injured, but I've mentioned it. We're going to make some subs now. Scarlett, Kavicka's going to come on as well, and we're also going to bring on Ilic and just see what he can do for Basuma. And that instantly was not good from Simakan, who had done really well. Erling Haaland with a chip. Didn't quite work out, but we need a goal, lads. And that's Scarlett. Why not? We're going to go for it. Oh, take it well, Scarlett. Score, Scarlett. Oh, he's back from loan. 2 years out on loan. And he makes it 1-1 against Manchester City. I think the loan deal went well. Destiny, though. Absolute unreal past that, but what a calm finish. Well, maybe the loan deal for Scarlett has worked wonders for him because I was not expecting that. He took that perfectly, and Edison's been very difficult to beat so far. Can't rest yet, though. Here come Manchester City. Lewis, no idea who he is, but he plays for Man City, so he can't be awful. Can he? Neves can hit them, but that one will be high and wide. We're going to see Harry Kane come off for Richarlison. Richarlison scored a lot of goals for us in the last couple of seasons. So we're going to give him the opportunity again here. And I just don't want to risk injury. We've got the Super Cup coming up as well. I just really don't want to risk injury with any of our squad. Well, Richarlison now, very deep. And playing a tremendously bad pass. But look at that from Romero. Stuck something on Haaland as well. Scarlett, though, is the shock for me right now. Scarlett then into Kavicka. He was never good at passing. So that should be mentioned. Bastoni's had a really good debut. I must say that. Scarlett then, I'll lay that one on. Back to Destiny. He holds it up perfectly. Scarlett is having the game of his life right now. Can I find the runner? Go on then, Richarlison. That's not a bad ball. Richarlison from this position has scored, but it's easy for Edison. We've really applied the pressure. And so far, so good. Erling Haaland, though, now coming through. Bastoni can't get to him. And Erling Haaland doing what Erling Haaland does best, making it 2-1 Manchester City. And that is most likely this Community Shield done and dusted. This is last ditch, but we are going to have a throw in. Scarlett. Oh, that was perfect. Destiny now. He's going to whip it. He's going to whip it in towards Richarlison. It's never going to happen. It's 2-1 Manchester City. They will win the Community Shield. We don't really care about it. We got to see how some of the players settled in. Big story in this one for me, though, is how well Scarlett took that goal. You guys really wanted me to use him this season as well, and he's going to be the backup player. I might even put him ahead of Ivan Toney if he's going to play like that. Before we deal with this transfer offer for Basuma, we've got a loan offer for Scarlett. If that last game is anything to go by, and the overwhelming comment section saying use him, start building him up to be the future up top, there's no chance that he gets a loan deal. Also, there is no chance that Yves Basuma goes to West Ham. But a terrible season, and Basuma's been fantastic for me. Next up, Liverpool then in the Super Cup. I wouldn't mind one of these trophies, but Liverpool has always caused me problems in the past. Very similar squad to what you would expect from them. This is going to be our starting 11. The same as the Man City game, apart from Guéhi plays as the right centre-back. I'm sticking with Destiny again for this one. I'm giving them the opportunity. It would be great if we could just end this episode with one trophy left. Did get a goal in the last game. I feel like we started pretty tentatively. Destiny, Itoji, trying to get the ball through there. That's a free kick to me, surely. I'll take handball straight off the bat here. I'm just going to pump this one forward. It's not going to work. I didn't expect Højbjerg to drop deep, to be honest with you. Mohamed Salah has caused problems, but he's getting on a little bit now as well. Liverpool, surely, at some stage, are going to have to start changing the transfer policy because we're not seeing the younger players come through. This is not that different to what you'd expect now, and we're 3 seasons in. On a Liverpool then, guessing it's going to be short. The big sides, as per usual, always play it short. It's not bad ball in, actually. Destiny did not do a good job. Fabinho, oh my God, he's rattled the crossbar. Get that one away, Harry. Get that one away, and Højbjerg then can run with it. And this could be where we're dangerous. If Højbjerg can play the right pass, Heung-min Son picks it up. There's just no chance against Van Dijk. And Lenormand has actually been brilliant for them. The question right now is just finding some space to break into. Heung-min Son will play that one out. I want Harry Kane, to be honest with you. And he's just not making the run, is he? He showed zero interest there. Liverpool, they break with so much pace. It is ridiculous. Darwin Núñez trying to whip it across. Bastoni got something on it at least. Out wide for Liverpool. Well done, Romero. Although it's going to be given as a free kick. I'm not sure why. And this is a dangerous free kick position. I do not like this. What can they do? They're going to whip it in. Oh, they're not going to whip it in. They're going to drive it low to Pellegrini. It pulls the front out of position and Curtis Jones can make it 1-0 Liverpool. Now, that's so frustrating. It's so clever, but Lafont stays too near post. He's just completely out of position. Big weight of being given number 1 this season. And when you're number 1, that's not the kind of mistake you can make. 30 minutes in, we start to build up play. Maddison, I've noticed, hasn't really been in this game. Neither is Kulusevski. I need to get them more involved. Harry Kane now. Tied up with Virgil van Dijk. Although we'll get away with that to Heung-min Son, who will make it 1-1. What a link-up between those two, as per usual. I genuinely have no idea what we do if they're not in this team. They're the reason we won the Premier League. They are the reason as well that we won the Europa League. They could be the reason that we go and win the Super Cup. Heung-min Son finally getting off the mark this season as well. That's a big moment. We need Harry Kane to have the same impact, but that is a big moment. Come Liverpool. Don't let him play that, Diaz. Don't let him play that across to Mohamed Salah. And what a save from Lafont. Now can we get some play going on the inside? Harry Kane did well. And Lenormand again. The 2 centre-backs. The vein of my existence at the moment. I'm really struggling to deal with Van Dijk and Lenormand. They've just linked up so well together. But that's the half-time whistle. Go into the second half just hoping that we can find a way through. At the moment, they're 2 centre-backs that destroy me. 4 shots for Liverpool. Only 1 for Tottenham. And it's the goal. Heung-min Son. Have I played that perfectly? Trent won't get to him. Trent can't defend, remember. Heung-min Son is through again. Heung-min Son has to score it. Kulusevski. Oh, well saved by Alisson. Maybe should have passed that back across to Son when I was with Kulusevski. That surely is one of those moments that I'm going to look back on at the end of this game and wonder why Son didn't score that goal. Harry Kane. Alisson holds it. Alisson and Edison are legit the hardest goalkeepers in this game to get the ball beyond. They're beating the trap here. Romero will stay with Salah. And nearly nicks it off him. That was great play. Bastoni now up against Salah. What can I do? Don't let him get it into Diaz, I guess. That would have been the best result. It's in the middle. It's surely going to be a goal. Jones puts it wide. That was quite a surprise that that's been smashed wide. They brought on Odegaard. We're bringing on Sessegnon. We forced him into a few mistakes there. Harry Kane now wants Kulusevski. Stopped his run, really, which just doesn't help me whatsoever. Højbjerg then into Basuma. Can he get that one in behind to Kulusevski? He can. Kulusevski's great touch. Keeps the football. Basuma now wants Højbjerg making a run. Højbjerg then will find Harry Kane. Oh, that's great from Harry Kane. Can he find the back of the net? No. Had to drill that across goal. Salah's still on the pitch as well. Trent will get that one in behind to Darwin Núñez. Romero again dealing with it so well. World class at this stage, Romero. Oh, and Sessegnon gets it away as well. And now we have the numbers advantage. That's a great ball into Maddison. Maddison across to Harry Kane. Oh, he's saved by Alisson. Harry Kane surely must have thought it was going to be 2-1 Tottenham. Odegaard now. A goal at this stage would win the game. Goal at this stage would win the game, and Núñez puts it wide. We've got such tired legs at this stage, we need to make the subs, so we're going to make a whole host of them. Scarlett's back on the pitch, so who knows? Maybe he scores a goal. Well, this is very late in the day for Liverpool. It's going to be a free kick, and are we going to win the header? Get to that Lafont, and that will be full time. Couldn't make it happen in the 90. We make it happen here in extra time. I do feel like there was a moment there towards the end as well where we should have made it happen in the 90. I think Son could be in here. Alisson, he's honestly maybe the best goalkeeper in the game. Ederson is up there, but I feel like Alisson is better. That was great. Illich into Kulusevski. Kulusevski, or Kulusexy, you might say. It makes it 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur. What a ball into him as well. But there's still loads of time left. We need to be defensively sound. They've had to make a whole host of changes, though, of Liverpool, so it's nowhere near as strong as the 11 that they had out. With Darwin Núñez making mistakes like that, and Heung-min Son playing in balls like that to Scarlett, when we have a tired Virgil van Dijk on the pitch, and Scarlett is back at it again. It's 3-1 Tottenham. That surely is the trophy done and dusted. Is this Scarlett's season? Balls over the top like this so far have not been going in by Harry Kane. Scarlett dispatches it so comfortably. Now, at this stage, I've got Son lifting the trophy. I do need to make more substitutions because we're really tired, but I'm going to keep Son lifting the trophy. I'd like to think Son and Kane would actually lift it together, but that's probably not going to happen in FIFA. There'll be another goal here for them. What a save from Lafont. Have only been a consolation, and we have picked up a knock to Romero, which is a little bit worrying at this stage of the game. I'm going to leave him on the pitch because the full-time whistle is about to be blown, and we are about to lift our first trophy of this season. I'd much rather have the Super Cup, I think, than the Community Shield. Beat someone like Liverpool as well really shows where we could be at this season. And some of the players that came in, Sessegnon, Illich, and Scarlett again. Scarlett isn't even match sharp yet at this current moment in time, and he's finding the back of the net so easily. Heung-min Son started off the scoring, got us back in the game, thoroughly deserves to get to lift this trophy. So first one he'll be lifting. It maybe should be him and Harry Kane, but this is the way FIFA is. Let's find out what Romero's injury is. Oh, it's horrendous news, lads. 3 months. 3 months for a broken toe. The broken toes at the start of the season absolutely destroyed my life. In the first season, it was Harry Kane. And now in the third season, it's Christian Romero. I feel far happier now at the transfer of Bastoni, knowing that Romero's just got injured. I'm going to play Gahey there, but I'm actually going to play Simakan. So it'd be Simakan, Gahey, and Bastoni for the next few months. Also have Lenley on the bench though, so let's not forget about that. I wouldn't mind another young centre-back if at all possible. I'm not in a rush. We do know that Romero will be back, 88 rated Romero. This does give an opportunity for Simakan and Gahey just to improve. It didn't escape me that we needed a better backup goalkeeper, and after looking for who would make the most sense and really looking for somebody who won't cost me any money, we're gonna go for Alessio Krangal. I don't know if that's correct. He doesn't have a club at the moment. I don't actually know where he played or who he played for. He's not a bad goalkeeper, 81 rated. He can be the backup to Lafont this season. Obviously, this one's going to be an A. It makes sense. He didn't want ridiculous wages either, really, to be honest with you. 50 grand, and we gave him 3 years because I think he's only 31. And for a goalkeeper, that's not bad. It also does tick off the sign a veteran player. So an 81 rated goalkeeper is ticking off that objective, which is just fantastic to see. But that's going to be it for this episode. There's still a little bit of money left, but not a lot of money left. And we start the season with Manchester United and Man City in the next one, and hopefully a few more transfers. There's still so many players that I want to move out of the club. Lo Celso should bring in quite a bit of cash. Then obviously we need to figure out what we're going to do with Sessegnon. Once we get beyond the window, then we will start fast forwarding through as quickly as humanly possible. Hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed the biggest transfer that we've done yet in this series with Bastoni. And I will see you for the start of Premier League season and some more transfers in the next episode.